So I'm a rebel and a rogue and I'm always on the run. With a fire inside, I ain't ever gonna die. I'm a locked and loaded gun. When the match is striking the gasoline lights, it's only just begun. One thing I learned is you can watch it all burn, but the flame ain't ever done. Raise 'em up a little higher, outlaws and outsiders. Some call me a renegade, DNA. Throw your hands up if you feel the same. Oh, living life at the edge. Just say what you wanna say, or walk away. I stand tall in this hell of faith. Ain't no power higher than the outlaw.
Outlaw Arena, let me hear you! Thank you all for joining us for Red, White, and Bruised, our 4th of July event here at WCWO. We are the Wild Championship Wrestling Outlaws. And as you can see, we have a giant steel cage here. We've had this card set for some time, and the guys are ready to throw down. We've got some champions ready to defend their gold in this cage, but for this match, the victors will be crowned when both competitors exit the cage. That's how this next match is won. Ref Tommy's on the same page.
Not through the
Now,
door.
with that being said, who's ready? Let me hear you. The following contest is a tag team match, and it is for the WCWO Tag Team Championship. Let's bring out the contestants.
All right, Jackie, this one's, we got a championship match coming up.
I mean, this is an interesting tag team champion match, to say the least.
Two loud straights
God.
to be able to hold on to it.
I mean, as I say, we got on one side those two loud straights, right? We got those, we got the holders who, they've been, prepping themselves up. They've been, trying to help each other where they can. But overall, they have been a little divided, a little out of sync, if you will. And the reason is right here. David Light, one half of the challengers, and backed up by the big man, Zay Gates. These two strong individuals. You can feel it. We're outside. We can feel the ground shaking as he walks out. The big man, the big champ.
The two loud straights together already beat.
Sorry, you said the two loud strays.
Yeah, two loud straights already beat Zay Gates and David Light.
I mean, they might have already beat him, but have they beat him in a steel cage match? Have they beat him while Zay Gates has this steel chair out here? Have they beat him in the red, white, and blues? And I mean, even still, they might have, they might have, beat him, in just like a, random WCWO exchange. But I mean, tonight, David and Zay, all of their planning, all their hard work come together into beautiful fruition. I mean, they've been breaking apart. The teamwork, this, in quotations, the teamwork of, of Tim Jackson and Andre Stray. But I mean, Andre Stray hasn't been showing up for Tim Jackson when he needed. I mean, last week when Tim Jackson was in a match, a singles match with David Light to defend, figure out what kind of match we were going to have here today, Tim Jackson ended up losing it. Andre wasn't with him. However, I will say that, I will say though that the power of Andre and the power of Tim Jackson might be able to win this out. I mean, both of them are very strong, competitors. But I mean, I wouldn't, they still focus on tag team action. Do they have the individual skills to take on these two hot competitors who, dip their toes not only in tag team action but also plenty of singles action?
Yeah, I mean, I think they do. Andre Stray has done a lot of singles action since he showed up at WCWO towards the beginning of the year. And Timmy Jackson has also had his fair share of singles competition. I mean, he beat the current Territorial champion a few months ago. So I think that they can do this
And you know what?
Plus, they're fun. I think that's the problem, Jack. I don't think you like to have fun.
No, because it's not about fun. It's about, it's about coming out with the win. It's at the end of the day, it's about coming out with the gold in the championship, right? And you get that through what? 1, 2, and 3, right? That's the way you win. That's the way you get the gold. And it's okay to have fun sometimes, right? But you got it. But the most fun you can have is the freedom and the excitement that comes with being at the top of the WCWO. You know what I'm saying? If you're the top outlaw, no one can mess with you. You're unbound by laws. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're dancing right now, but at the end of the day, it's going to be David Light and Zay Gates dancing all over them if they can't get it together here. Look at these two men out here. They're just like a fish out of water right now. David Light, Zay Gates, hyping them up. They're going to need it.
You think that Andre and Tim are fish out of water?
I think so right now. I think that Zay Gates, David Light kind of got them set up a little bit. Right where they want them. Once that cage door closes, I think that it's all over.
I mean, they're not chasing this for no reason.
Keep it nice and shiny.
Right now is exactly how you look.
Which is pretty good.
Introducing first, the challenger.
Hey, have you reached
From Indianapolis, Indiana, lights out, David Light. And his partner, accompanied to the ring by the real deal, Billy Palmer, from Houston, Mississippi, the biggest champ, Zay.
I had a tack in my shoe.
Hey!
I don't know where that came from. I just found it. Don't look at me. Look at you found it now. I know. You don't say, Larry. I gotta look at you.
And their opponents, they are the team of Too Loud, Timmy Jackson, and the Dog Pound, Andre Stray, your WCWO Tag Team Champions, the Too Loud Stray. Your referee for this match will be Tommy Two Shoes.
Shut the gate.
All right, gentlemen, you guys know the rules. You know what you got to do to win. Each member's got to go over the top to escape. Okay?
At the same time?
All right? Yeah, I'll be out here waiting on you.
Ring the bell.
Match starts. And David and Zay, they were like, you can't even get us. We'll just climb all the way up and out. And the other two were like, all right, well, we'll just get out of the door then. And both of them, Zay and David, both get launched into that searing, hot steel cage, baking in the Midwest sun. And I will say,
You know why they got launched? Because they're not having fun.
they got launched because they're not having fun, he says. You know what? They got this. They got this under control. Right now, David and Zay taking some big hits. But at the end of the day, these two, they're championship material. They're gonna find themselves up. Andre and Tim, they can't keep themselves in it. I bet. You know what I feel? I feel like there's gonna be a dance party. Even here in the outside at the WCWO, I feel like Tim Jackson's gonna find his way to get a dance party in.
Yeah, I mean, that's their thing. That's part of the fun.
No.
That's part of the thing that,
No.
that's what makes them strong.
That's part of the weakness. That's part of what needs to go away. That's why David and Zay are here right now. That's why these two legitimate wrestlers are out here. I mean, think about it. We're out here. We're outside in a steel cage right now. Who do you think that gives the advantage to? Huh? It could be David, David. Yeah, David and Zay, the two athletic, bodies who gonna be able to jump out. Obviously, these two, using their.
It doesn't matter how athletic they are, though. Whenever 350-pound guys run into you like they just did in Vegas.
Right. They're using the only advantage of an unathletic body, the ability to slingshot yourself around. Throwing all that weight around the same way they do with WCWO. Throwing throwing around that championship like it doesn't mean anything, throwing around that weight like it don't mean anything. Already getting up and walking out. However, we see the weakness showing is that when it's all fun and games, that teamwork falls apart. And now, once this is what I was saying earlier, that teamwork of Andre and Tim falling apart, and now Zay able to get that chair that he brought out early and uses the door, smacks it on Tim Jackson as David handles Andre. And now, once again, where it was, Andre having to sit and watch as Tim Jackson got taken out, his leg torn up. Now it is Tim Jackson stuck outside the ring while David and Zay tear apart his partner. Tim Jackson's body, he tries to climb on that searing hot steel cage, but Zay Gates, yeah, see, Zay Gates just won't let him back. This is what I was talking about. All that teamwork falls apart because both members have to make it out. If Zay got out and David was stuck in there, I'm sure that David would still be able to make it out. You know why? Because he's got that strong athletic body that can climb up and over in just a fraction of a second. Tim Jackson's out here obviously struggling to save his partner, and he is lost and he is abandoned on the outside, while Andre is stuck on the inside, abandoned by his partner, who is incapable of coming to save him because he is not a strong enough individual. The future tag team champions here are showing the, showing the dangers of showing the dangers of dependence.
Timmy Jackson's going on the side of the cage where, okay, well, they weren't there, but now they caught him. But
it was punishing Andre here. That big splash on Andre, and this chair that keeps coming Tim Jackson's way. They're choking Andre out. They're gonna take him to all 9 circles here. This right here.
David delivering knees to Andre's ribs.
See, you talked about having fun. David and Zay here, they're the epitomes of having fun. Look at how they're entertaining the audience, giving them a show, Tim Jackson obviously out here playing, the jester, the fool, if you will.
Like
Andre in the middle.
I think you're the only person that's here right now who's being entertained by this. I think most people are upset because they want a dance party. They want a group.
This is what people come to WCWO for. They come here for the chair shots. They come here for the brutality. They come here to see 2 competitors fight it out, or 4 competitors in a tag team match fight it out to see, who's going to be on top, who's going to come out as the victor, right? That's what they come out here for. And that's where the entertainment value comes in. As David and Zay, with a beautiful tag team move, take out Andre and show how amazing it is. And now David and
Billy Palmer, getting that door, hitting him with it. Yeah, knock him out, Tim.
And David and Zay now get to crawl out of the ring. Oh.
Tim's going up to try to stop David.
And you know what? I will admit, David did get caught up a little bit there. But you want to know why he got caught up? He got caught up because he was showing the gun salute. He was trying to show his respect to WCWO. Gets caught up by Tim, who can't have fun, as you said. And now Tim Jackson with a huge suplex. And now Zay Gates is now forced to watch for his opponent here. Oh, and David gets knocked out once again. Too loud. Timmy Jackson controlling the battlefield. David on the outside, David on the inside rather, getting caught up in the dance party. Zay on the outside, unable to save his partner from the back elbow and the clothesline coming.
Now this is what I'm talking
He's literally in dance party hell right now, bro. He's locked in a steel cage with the music unable to blare. The switch to turn it off is outside the steel cage, and you're locked inside. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
Doesn't matter
David
how
Light, no.
you are whenever a 350-pound man splashes into you. And she was still okay with you, by the way. It does not matter. I don't care about David Light's acrobatic background. Whenever Timmy Jackson smashes into you, it's gonna hurt.
Right, but that's if he can smash into you. I mean, right now, obviously he got lucky, able to get a good advantage over David Light. when he was trying to put on a show, because he recognizes that he didn't have to, but he had a good advantage, and obviously he recognizes that Zay Gates would save him, as he's out here doing. Zay Gates is a very capable individual, capable of saving his partner much faster than Tim Jackson's able to save his.
Do a little bit more damage to Tim and Andre on that one, but I think he just took out David more
Also,
than anyone.
Zay Gates is the highest jumper here in WCW. He is, I would argue, he literally, you have Dex, the air walker. Zay Gates basically walks through air, if not flies through air, with the way he jumps. And the steel cage only makes that jump even higher. So when he went for this huge hit on both these big bodies, that was basically 400 pounds. Zay Gates felt like 400 pounds coming down. And now you got, these expert class punches coming from Zay Gates and David Light. The kicks from David Light from the gymnast level. And now Zay Gates with the chair takes out Andre. And the leg, too. Swings that leg around. And one more. Come on, let's go.
Roundhouse kick from Zay Gates.
And now another tag team maneuver from David Light and Zay Gates. This is what it means to be a strong individual and a strong tag team. This is what it means to have presence. This is what it means to be championship material. Now both of them are out here ready to escape. They've done their damage. They've given the crowd a show. They've done everything they need to. It's time for both of them to get up and out. Zay's going to go out one side. David's going to go out the other.
Come on, get out of there, David. Come on.
Zay still has the energy, the athleticism to be able to crawl all the way out of the cage. Now David tries to get out, but Andre's got a hold of him here.
It's hard to move.
Zay's looking back, but Zay realizes that he needs to save his partner. He can't let what happened before happen again.
Well,
but now,
Zay's stuck on Tim's shoulder.
Oh my gosh! Splash that was too loud to be good for Zay Gates' spine. And David Light gets the same treatment. He gets tossed all the way across the ring. Dog is not done with his bone.
How's all that athleticism going for you guys?
Hey, he's a gymnast. I'm sure he took that fall just fine. All right, David Light's still in this.
I think he took that fall.
Could you imagine Tim Jackson being tossed across the ring and getting up afterwards?
Oh, there we go.
And now tag team maneuver.
Double clothesline and a double stunner.
You know why they call him the dog, right?
Because he goes. Woof, woof, woof.
Yeah, because he doesn't think.
The dog pound.
Look, come on, David, Zay, come on. You guys surely gonna be able to stop Andre and Tim from getting up and out of this, or at the very least, come on. They'll be able to climb up. You know what? This is a race. It's like tortoise in the hare. They can just climb up and out of the cage before they get there.
Yeah. And Tim and Andre, two loud straights, retain the titles.
Who let these guys? Hey, you know what? 0 for 2, but at the end of the day, I still got all my money on David and Zay. Too loud for their own good. Get too much. David and Zay took a little too much time in the ring. Gave a little bit too much show for the crowd, and it cost them. I'll tell you what, if David and Zay were to just, cut out all that show business and actually focus on that wrestling, maybe they'd do some work. I feel like I say this every week, but the issue is that they don't focus up enough. These two right here, championship material, but they're wasting it. They're not using that momentum that they got.
Fun prevails once again.
All these weeks spent breaking up the teamwork of Too Loud, Timmy Jackson, and Andre Stray. And all of that work goes to waste in a moment of distraction. All the tables turned on them.
Ladies and gentlemen, now this next match will of course be in the cage, but victory can only come by escape over the top. So that's how this one's going to go, okay? With that being said, the following contest is a singles match, and it is won by escape over the top of the cage. Let's bring out the contestants.
When you come out, stand against the entrance. I think it's better than cars in a trash I tell you what, this guy right here, he's got the same problem as the last two, right? All them are just one big bunch together. David Light, Zay Gates, Mike Noble, all these people with this brimming talent, and their big old head gets in the way.
I gotta agree. Mike Noble does have a large head, and also he's not a very nice guy. Actually, those might be my sunglasses. Maybe.
He told me he needed them. He said his future was too bright. He couldn't see it. Hey, I'm not saying it, man. That's not me. That's them. Man, I'm just saying, Mike Noble could do some real damage if he focused up here. He needs to take those sunglasses off, fly right a little bit, straighten up his game. Mike Noble straight before the match even starts. He's got something to say. But hey, maybe make some friends with the referee first. That's the right way to go. You make friends with the referee, he'll count you a 3.
Well, this is a easy ref to make friends with for somebody like Mike Noble. Baron Rothschild's probably one of the scummiest refs that we have here.
Yeah.
I was calling him the Reggie ref because I just feel like he's just in the pocket of the wrong side.
Right, but that's exactly why Mike Noble should be putting some friendship his way, right? If Mike Noble's too afraid to rub elbows with the right guy, then he's just he's at that point he's just not using his resources.
Brodie is the man.
Especially.
Slams Mike Noble into the side of the cage.
Could you imagine a kid as ignorant as Mike Noble not using a resource against someone as big as Brodie Bodkins? Could you imagine how ignorant that has to be?
What resource would you use?
We were just talking about the referee here. How Mike Noble is unwilling to make friends with this referee, unwilling to even try to make some friends around. Maybe that's why his entourage isn't here tonight. Mike Noble normally comes out with David Lee or somebody out here to help him out, give him some words of encouragement. But no one's followed him out here.
Have any support in that regard, but he doesn't always need it. But it's definitely situations where he could.
Hey, good front's hard to come by when you're somebody like Mike Noble.
Brodie and Mike have both been, Mike Noble, had the Gunslinger Championship. He's been in contention for the Outlaw Championship. Brodie has been working his way back up that ladder, while Mike has been trying to keep himself consistent on the ladder. So I'm really interested to see how this match goes.
Yeah, I mean,
I just want to say I have Brodie. Boo! Boo! Boo!
You can do better.
And his opponent from the other side of the tracks, weighed in at 400 pounds per square yard, the Great Trade, Brodie Bodkins.
Brodie is the man.
Hey, Mike Noble gets some smarts in his brain, decides to start the match early here, get Brodie on those white-hot steel cage bars before the Midwest sun sets.
Now, the only way they can win this is by escaping the cage. And I gotta admit, that kind of does give Mike Noble an advantage. But I don't think it's going to matter because if Brodie flashes Mike Noble enough,
Oh, you think
will have plenty of time to get out.
That's what you think? You think it gives Mike Noble a little bit of advantage, huh? I would say that calling Brodie Bodkins a little bottom heavy is like saying, it's like saying that WCWO can get a little violent.
That's true, but I'm just saying that I think it gives Mike Noble an advantage. I don't think that it's necessarily going to affect that advantage. I think it's necessarily stop Brodie. You can't really stop a freight train anyway. That's why it's called a freight train.
Right, but Mike Noble out here is gonna he's just gonna take it all damage. You know, at this point, bro, I think I have my money on Mike Noble, but it's not because Mike Noble's actually gonna escape. It's because Brodie Bodkins is gonna throw him all the way out of the ring. Brodie is just gonna forget what's happening here. He's just gonna throw him all the way out. Yeah, I mean, Brodie's already gonna have a tough time getting out of the cage as is. At this point, he's gonna have to crawl out the front door. He's gonna have to be like a vampire. He's only gonna be able to cross the door's threshold by asking. Come on, Mike Noble, tell it to him. But also, you got to work on that escape. I mean, honestly speaking here, with the way that Brodie, with Brodie characterized as you said, been working his way up the ladder, and Mike Noble just focusing on his image, making sure that he looks good. I would say that Mike Noble should have just, ran out of the ring instantly, focused on, getting out and getting the win. But obviously, Mike Noble has to make sure that he looks good first. I'm sure that Brodie is out here just trying to think about how he's going to beat Mike Noble to work his way up this ladder. But Mike Noble has more to focus on than that. He's got to actually, if Mike Noble just escaped, right, then he would just be the guy who escaped a cage with Brodie Bodkins. But if he beat up Brodie Bodkins and escaped, he's the guy who slayed the beast, right? If Brodie escapes, though, he's the big guy who escaped with the small guy. So Brodie looks good. So, I mean, I will say Mike Noble has got a little bit more to fight here. I mean, yeah, but I mean, a win for Mike Noble here means that he ran away from Brodie Bodkins. That means if Mike Noble's able to do some more damage, I mean, I personally think that Mike Noble's put in a bad situation here. I mean, the crowd already doesn't like him, so if he gets out and he doesn't do enough damage, it doesn't help him at all, right?
One more time!
How dare you? You're supposed to be unbiased out here. No.
I'm unbiased towards Brodie Bodkins.
No, unbiased is telling Mike Noble that he should be doing better. He should be doing more. That he has all this talent and he's wasting it. He's wasting it out here doing all that kind of stuff.
Trying to support Mike Noble. I will not do it.
Right, and I'll let you,
I spent my hard-earned money to buy a T-shirt from Mike Noble. So first I was a fan, and he broke Do Better doors on me. And I will not forget that. I will mention it.
Yeah, I will say that's pretty hypocritical for Mike Noble to tell somebody else to do better.
I mean, he's been doing better, but the point is, going around.
Oh, all the way up and around. I love that one from Mike Noble.
That is a good move.
Especially in this cage right here.
Yeah.
I think Mike Noble might have been able to take it up a little bit higher using the side of the cage wall there, doing some extra work here on Brodie Bodkins, able to.
Well, I'll let you tell him how he can do that better.
No, I mean,
I will not be doing that.
Yeah, instead you're going to use your oxygen,
I've been focusing on
trying to tell Brodie Bodkins to escape instead of to escape the cage, win the match, to do some damage to Mike Noble like he doesn't need to do. Brodie Bodkins needs to focus on beating Mike Noble right now with his hurt leg of his that he's getting, instead of just chopping Mike Noble like that does anything. I don't know why WCWO they're obsessed with these chops out here. Mike Noble's, yeah, I mean the chops hurt, but we got to do some damage out here, Mike Noble already on the verge of escaping this ring right here. Brodie's got to get up to his feet. Come on, cardio, man, cardio. Brodie, the freight train's got to build up something here, some sort of momentum. Just kick. Mike Noble kicks him away, and I think that should be it. But no, Mike Noble's going to decide to get back in the ring and get some more.
Well, he can't get out with Brodie Bodkins.
He could get out if he chose to. He came back in. Mike Noble made an active, conscious choice to get back in there. I'm telling you.
Brodie is going to focus on bringing Mike Noble down.
Right, but Mike Noble is already halfway out of there. Mike Noble is, he's making his choice right here. He decided to get back in, make some fight happen, because Brodie Bodkins was still standing. Mike Noble couldn't just escape the ring while he was still standing. He had to make sure that Brodie Bodkins was on the floor, beat. That's the way a real wrestler does it. However, Brodie Bodkins out here is going to break Mike Noble down for all that ego he's got. Mike Noble pretends like he doesn't care about all this wrestling stuff. He pretends like he doesn't care what people think, but he gets out there and he defends himself every single week. He says he doesn't care about all this traditional wrestling, whatever. He says that everybody, all the, quote-unquote unwritten rules of wrestling. That's why he breaks so many of them. But even still, he's out here challenging Brodie Bodkins. Tries to get this big jumping cutter. Trying to make something work against the big man, 400 pounds per square yard. Up. And he does get that cutter. He lined it up the first time, wasn't able to get it, so he used the second rope to get around. You could see that he was you could see he was kind of floundering around for a bit as if he was going for a pin, and then he remembered, oh crap, I can't go for a pin, I'm trying to escape.
The crowd like me not seem to be unfazed by, or not to be fazed by how good
No
of a
door,
move
up and
that
over.
was. And they still realize Mike Noble still sucks.
Well, yeah, because, you know, Mike Noble refuses to do anything else. The referee tells him you got to go all the way up, though. See, Mike, this is why you should have made friends with the referee. Because if you had made friends with him, you hadn't yelled at him before the match, he might have let you out of that door. But because you decided to open your big mouth, this is what happens. And now you can hear it. Mike Noble is trying to get up, but Brodie Bodkins is working his way over to stop Mike Noble from getting over again. Maybe he should have just got out the first time. His ego that made him step out. Or maybe his fear that Brodie would get to him. Oh, my gosh, a slinging Hurricane Rana here from Mike Noble. A poor man's Hurricane Rana at that. Maybe all that time is L Friday night.
It's Saturday, Jack.
True, but those in the know. I mean, maybe Mike Noble obviously not in the know after that power bomb. Mike Noble doesn't know anything. He's in another planet. But those in the know will know that Mike Noble spent a little bit of time as, you know, L Friday night as they call him, or at least that's what I call him. He'll deny it, of course, as he denies all.
No, he's still Mr. Friday night.
No, the L Friday night when he puts on the mask. You remember that? He had a luchador
I
period.
thought that was, yeah.
We don't talk about that though. Allegedly, he had a luchador period.
Well, Brodie's going up.
That's why that it didn't last very long. That's why that Hurricane Rana sucked so much. Then again, maybe Mike Noble will try to spin the block a little bit. He's had a hard time hitting that move as of
I
late.
think he's going to be able to spin the block on 400-pound freight trains.
Hopefully he'll be able to spin the block. I mean, maybe the first thing he's got to do is focus on getting Brodie Bodkins down first. But I mean, honestly speaking, Mike Noble might not even focus on spinning the block. He's honestly been so, you know, so eager to just get his matches done. He's been rushing through all his matches. He has, if he can even hit the spin the block, which he normally can't, he sometimes doesn't even go for it. And now,
That's not a good position.
yeah, that's definitely not. Brodie Bodkins might be able to escape, but he's looking down at Mike Noble like he wants to come down on Mike Noble instead of escape. But Brodie, it's your time to escape right now. Yeah, you need to get up and out. Not time to escape, it's time to get out, Brodie. So he turns, you know, he turns around, he starts getting up and out. Mike Noble has to watch as Brodie makes the right decision. Earlier, where Mike decided to walk out and not let it happen again, you know, he decided to come back in. He had 1 foot out, 1 foot in. He decided to come back in. Brodie looked down at Mike Noble, said, you know, do you deserve to be, you know, do you deserve 400 pounds coming crashing down on you? He says, no, I'm going to take my win. It doesn't matter what you deserve. You deserve 400 pounds crashing down on you, but this 400 pounds deserves to move up at your expense. So Mike Noble, once again, in a constant fight with his own ego and the clash of ego of others. Referee comes to give him his sunglasses and his how do you do's. Mike Noble, you can literally hear him. Why couldn't I go out the door? You couldn't go out the door because you're being a you-know-what head to the referee. Who's the man, Mike Noble?
It ain't changed.
Day full of upsets. We've seen, obviously, this cage match has been in the favor of the heavyweights today. We've seen.
Now, with that being said, who's ready for some more title action, huh? Alrighty. Now, this next match will have 2 referees, and victory can only come by escape over the top of the cage, both feet hitting the ground. All right?
Pin.
Or pinfall.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a pin and over the top. Both.
Pin and over the top. Okay.
Both.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not one to miss. Lucky y'all, huh? The following contest is a singles match, and it is for the WCWO Outlaw Championship. Yeah. Let's bring out the contestants.
the champion comes out second, but Jordan probably wants to walk out first just so he can get a feel for the cage and see his opponent coming towards him. Boo!
Look at this man right here.
Now Jordan
How
James is a 4-time Outlaw champion.
I mean,
That just means that 4 times WCWO has lived in a era of bad rule.
what does he got to say here?
I am your Outlaw champion, so I deserve respect.
Hey, that's true. Dude beat Logan Myers after all. Hey, he beat Logan Myers, kid.
Why I say I'm always better, because I am.
Hey, I mean, when he's the champ and he's sitting at the top, I mean the top of the top, you know, he said there isn't anybody better. He's at the top of the game. People can feel however they want about it, but when you're at the top of the game, I mean, like, who's gonna tell him he sucks? If you can beat him, you'd be the champion.
Let's see what he has to say.
I am the best. I'm always better. So I've issued an open challenge for whoever wants it in the back. Because I know I can beat him. I beat him twice, 3 times in the ring, over the top. I'm the man.
I thought the man was Brodie.
Open challenge from Jordan James. I mean,
Oh, and look who's answering it. Another WCWO legend, Mack Sterling.
you said Brodie, and I started hearing train horns, but no,
No,
it wasn't
it's
train
truck.
horns. It was truck horns.
Yeah.
Interesting guy to accept this open challenge here, but definitely, you know, definitely one to expect. I mean, he'll never leave an opportunity hanging. WCWO needs somebody to step in. I mean, Mack Sterling's obviously the one to do it. Steel cage or no, Midwest Sun or not. Mack Sterling, you know, no matter what it takes, rain or shine, this is that guy. However, I mean, I want to see how he's going to handle this Jordan James, because Jordan James, honestly, in his match against Logan Myers, he looked vicious. He looked terrible. I mean,
Well, and this Jordan James is like the Jordan James is an Outlaw title. I feel like is a different Jordan James.
yeah. I mean, he rebuilt himself, and he looks so insane now.
And his opponent from the mean streets of Mars Hill, he is the WCWO Outlaw Champion, always better, Jordan James. Your referees for this match will be Tommy Two Shoes and Lenny.
Referee showing them both what they're fighting for here.
Always louder, Jordan James.
See, this is no. See, this is what you don't understand. This is what everybody else doesn't understand. All this right here, this is a mental game. Jordan James played the mental game against Logan Myers, and that's what allowed him to win. I mean, this is part of the new built-up Jordan James. It's perfecting every single part of the craft, because wrestling is a multifaceted craft. It's, you know, it's not just being the best in the ring, not just being the best, you know, at hand-to-hand. It's not just having the best strikes, not just having the best mat game. It's not just having, you know, not just being the future. It's not just being the past. It's not having everything the way that Logan Myers had. It's about, you know, it's about being the best every single day.
Mack and Jordan locking up to see who's the stronger man. It looks like Jordan got advantage of Mack, but Mack might be getting it back now.
Both of them are fighting for
Didn't
this.
mean to make that a rhyme.
No, both of them are fighting for this
Kind of a
control
weird
right now.
symbol.
But Jordan James, we know, above all else, he values his control. Is definitely
Oh.
I mean, from his experience in the tag team division, we know that he is the support, or not the support, but rather the control of his team. He is the pace setter. He is always
One more time.
always loves to have that thing right here. He slips to his feet. Make sure that Mack isn't ready for it. Mack thought all that momentum was going to come forward and back, but no, it came down and around. Now Mack is on the back foot here. Jordan James uses that expert creativity to keep Mack on the back foot, always guessing. That's what it means to be better. Now Mack's going to send Jordan on the run. Sends him so hard that he actually
Japanese arm drag to
back got hit with that cage. Seems like Jordan wasn't exactly thinking about the fact that there was a cage here when he
leg drop.
went on that run, and now he's paying for it with all this damage. Mack has been able to capitalize massively from that one mistake from Jordan James. And I mean, it's weird there was an environmental one too. I mean, we're outside here. He made the call. Maybe Jordan James didn't realize what kind of situation he was putting himself in, and now telegraphing his own moves to the man, Mack Sterling. He knows how this goes, but Mack Sterling...
Jordan James picked Mack Sterling up and threw him into the side of the cage.
Mack Sterling, obviously a master of bait and punish, but the master is learning from the expert, learning from the professional, learning from the guy at the very top, the champion, the #1 in the Outlaw Arena, dropping down 3 elbows in a row to teach him the lesson that you might be smart, but you're not smarter. You might be good, but you're not better.
The cage, or if he's gonna just pin Mack in the ring.
You know, honestly speaking, if you had to ask me what I think was gonna happen, I'd say he's gonna try to submit Mack right here, right? I mean, think about it. When you go to prison, you take out the biggest guy, but you don't just want to take him out. You want to actually embarrass him. You want to look good, right? So if Jordan James wants to prove to everybody right here how good he is, I bet he's trying to make an example out of Mack Sterling. Choke him out, maybe even on the ropes where it's legal, in a cage match.
Pinning him instead of escaping the cage would also teach that lesson. But
true, but if you choked him out using these ropes.
Also doesn't need to necessarily, he doesn't need to show off. He's already the champion.
Well, yeah, but he's the champion. But did you see the way that the crowd disrespected him when he came out here? He had stuff to say. He grabbed the mic in the crowd instead of cheering and applauding him. They came out and they booed him and told him he sucked, even though he's obviously the best wrestler we got here, able to take out someone like Logan Myers. And now he's out here making quick work of Mack Sterling, keeping him in the corner, keeping these elbows coming down, chopping him out. Mack Sterling's chest right now, I'm sure, is turned into ground beef. His entire midsection is in the red. Now, grabs that leg. Now Jordan James is in a predicament because Mack Sterling had the leg. However, Jordan able to counter a little bit, but Mack with a reading drop kick here, able to get a smart call on Jordan James. Now Jordan James able to quickly reverse it back. Mack Sterling is smart enough to get himself an opening, but not good enough to capitalize on that opening consistently enough, because every time Jordan James gives Mack Sterling that opening is specifically crafted by Jordan James to give him an opportunity to come back against Mack Sterling. He's just giving Mack Sterling what he wants and then using it against him, just like he did against Logan Myers.
Mack striking Jordan James in the face twice.
Jordan backing up. Mack obviously getting the ring positioning here.
Jordan's back
now he's at the corner.
Mack keeps punching him in the face and making him back up.
Well, right, obviously, but I gotta tell him what's going on here, man. They obviously Mack is on top right now. It won't be for long though, obviously. Because if you want to know what's going on, Jordan James obviously is out here. He's giving Mack what he wants. Once again, like I said, he's taking all this damage for sure, but Jordan James, if I know, he's always better. Mack tries to get a pin off of chops. Chop has never put anybody down in their life.
Have you ever been hit with a Mack chop?
Never been hit with a Mack chop. Have you ever been hit with a Mack chop?
I have, a thunderstorm.
Yeah, what did it feel like?
Didn't feel good. Did not feel good.
You ever been hit by a Jordan James chop?
Actually, no.
I bet it felt worse.
It probably did.
Just, you know why?
Because he's always worse.
No, because he's always better.
Yeah.
And by that, it means it's worse for you.
True.
It's about to be a whole lot worse for Max Sterling here. Takes a big spill. Jordan James sends him crashing to the ground. Hard not to see that as a metaphor for what will happen to Mack after this is all said and done. After Jordan James sends him crashing down to the back of the card, back of the line. Open challenge here is just the best opportunity to just close out all the riffraff so Jordan James can start his official reign as the champion here. Anybody who thinks they deserve a shot can just watch this match and realize, you know, if you want a shot against Jordan James, you got to prove that you're better than this. As he stretches out Max Sterling, takes him to the limit. Jordan drags Mack down. Mack tries to power out, and Jordan drags him down. Every time Mack gets a certain advantage, whether it's speed, whether it's smarts, whether it's ring awareness, whether it's technique or experience, Jordan takes him at that, thing and then, counters in a better way. If it's strength, he'll tear him down. If it's speed, he'll predict it. If it's predictions, he'll be smarter and give him what he wants to and then counteract that way. If it's, positioning, then Jordan James will use that positioning against him. He'll position in a superior way and use those tactics against him. Oh, hard to see who is going to get the worst of that spill here. Both of them now in a rare moment of discombobulation, and now Jordan James is back into the corner once again. Both of them send each other, but Mack ends up in the corner. Now Jordan ends up in the corner. Both of them are kind of fighting for this one little moment. I think that one little scramble was something that Jordan didn't really have a whole lot of anticipation for, and now Mack is finally able to get some solid damage on Jordan. That's probably the first time that Mack has gotten a solid combo on Jordan, enough to keep him on the ground and out of control in this whole match. And now Mack is going to try to turn it into a submission move, try to turn, not a submission, but rather send him
into the steel cage.
Right into those steel bars. The sun is setting, but I'm sure that those bars are still hot. Been cooking in that Midwest sun. I'm going to say it every time. Jordan James needs to escape this. He can't keep taking these to the face. This is the kind of hit that can knock a man out, especially on those big metal bars in the middle here. All right, come on, get out. Jordan James is always better and always smarter. Almost uses that boost from Max Sterling to get himself up and out. Championship material is always looking for a way to win the game, and just like that, sends Max Sterling, sets him up on the front, sets him up in the back, and now for an open pin, 2.5 count from Jordan James. Almost turns that into a 3. An excellent use of, going for your win con in one way, baiting your opponent in, and then going for a second one, going for what you really wanted to. Because what we know, Jordan James really wants to pin Max Sterling in this ring right now. Really wants to make it all happen. He'll take that escape, but he really wants to get this pin too. That would have been an excellent end and an excellent start to Jordan James's run here. I'm sure that's what he wants. Oh, Max Sterling able to stop that suplex twice now. Mack is trying to hold on here. The crowd just can't handle, Jordan's momentum here. They can't handle. He almost got Mack up, but Mack ends up getting Jordan up. Kind of got his knee on that. It looks like he got the knee on the back of Jordan's head too. Jordan might just be out, honestly speaking. Jordan looks kind of dazed right now. Oh, Max gets Jordan up, but Jordan gets the best of himself. But is he in the right mind? Mack on the top. Is he going to escape or is he going to jump? He jumps crossbody onto Jordan. Goes for the pin here.
Ooh.
And Jordan
That was
out
2 3/4
with a 2 count here. Crowd wants to believe that was a 3 count. They can't believe what they see, even though they're seeing it with their own eyes. Just like how they couldn't believe Jordan was the champion, was the #1, was the undisputed, even though they saw it with their eyes. So Jordan's just going to have to make him believe here. kick to the midsection. Oh. And spins it around. And now he's going to get Max Sterling on the ground. And puts him away here with an excellent move from Jordan James. Mack was on the end of his rope here. He had lower and lower stamina as time went on.
Pinball and over the top, man. That's what this is. Pinball over the top. You gotta do it twice. Pinball over the top.
Yo, what? He says pinball and over the top, so you gotta do both. So now Jordan has to get up and over. Convoluted way to, I mean, when Jordan James obviously is the champion, set out his own open challenge. He should make the rules. However, the referee is going to tell him what the rules are here. And now Mack is able to set up and get a pinfall of his own. I'm sure he's going to try to use that against Jordan James, despite the fact that obviously Jordan James got the pinfall on him first. And now everybody's going to try to tell Mack to climb up and out and steal this championship that he obviously, you know, this open challenge. And I mean, you know, it is on Logan Myers a little bit for not knowing his own rules. I will, you know, I will throw that out there. But at the end of the day, I think that the referees are just making stuff up. I mean, they honestly, when Jordan James makes that open challenge, he kind of makes the rules, in my opinion. Matt goes for a kick. Very risky on that top rope. Another kick. Just trying to kick out him here, or kick out Jordan here, but lifting your leg like that on that top rope, that's some risky business. Both of them are on the top of the cage here. Both of them, over 50% of their bodies are dangling over the top of the cage. Either of them could go falling out here onto the concrete. Both men should be really careful here. And it looks like they're lined up for a suplex. Mack, please don't. Oh, Jordan got it. Oh my gosh, Jordan got the best of that suplex despite Max being able to get it earlier. Jordan sends him tumbling to the very bottom. And now Mack, probably not even awake, not even conscious to see himself fall as Jordan sends him tumbling, not down to the bottom of the ring, but to the bottom of the card as Jordan himself, his feet touches the ground and he feels it all crash out and over. The champion is set 2 feet into the beginning of his championship run with his first real victory here at WCWO, Red, White, and Bruised. 4 times the time. Fantastic words.
Some of the words of all time for sure.
Now for this next match, victory can happen by escape over the top of the cage or pinfall. So with that being said, the following contest is a singles match, and it is set for 1 fall. Thank you. Let's bring out the contestants.
Jackie, over PopCon, I said that this guy reminds me of, Marcus Fine was telling me that this guy deserves respect because he has 30 years of experience. And I'm going to say again that just because something has 30 years of experience doesn't mean that it's good. Like, TJ Powers is definitely not a bad wrestler by any means, but if you give me a jar of milk that has 30 years of experience, it is no longer a good jar of milk. Okay?
Hey.
It's a bad guy jar of milk.
But you're just applying one thing to everything, right? You're the kind of person that says, like pressure forges diamonds, but you don't think about the fact that bread rises when it's given time to set.
Hang on, he's got something.
Well, how's everybody doing? I don't care. What I found out, my opponent's not here. My opponent got hurt. So it seems like I have won this match. Correct? So, with that being said, referee, come here.
Don't listen to it.
Raise my hand. Raise my hand. Raise my hand. Thank you for paying your money to see me.
You're welcome.
What are you trying to pull? What are you trying to pull?
Hey, I think I know that one.
Will Asher. And look, Jackson Morgan is here. Jackson Morgan was supposed to be TJ Powers' opponent tonight.
The question.
In a barbed wire cage match.
It's so funny because I feel like every time I see this guy, there's more questions than answers. Why is he out here now? Why would Jackson Morgan of all people? The sun has set on WCWO's cage. The second act of the show is here. And a man has come to tear apart TJ.
You wanted to clap your gums. Yes, your opponent is at the moment not able to wrestle, but they're here. And they have a very worthy adversary in their place in Will Asher. You wanted to clap your gums. See, you know what? I'm revoking one of the stipulations. This match will not be pinfall. You got to get your own blood out of that cage to win. Escape over the top is now the only way to win this match, ladies and gentlemen. And it is official.
You're making it up.
Jack's eyeing out TJ from the outside of the
From
ring.
Atlantic City, New Jersey, the man, the myth, the legend, TJ and his opponent, accompanied to the ring by Jackson Morgan, from parts unknown, Will Asher.
Well, obviously, an interesting development to this match with Will Asher joining in. But I mean, look, as TJ putting in the work here to begin, and I will, I do want to counteract like what you said earlier. You said that, TJ, you wouldn't, 30 years experience, you wouldn't want 30-year-old milk. Well, I'm just saying, you're comparing apples to oranges here, right? Diamonds forged under pressure, sure, but bread rises when left out to set, right? 30-year-old milk, not so good. But you ever heard the phrase aged like a fine wine?
Yeah.
I mean, Will Asher's out here. He's beating it in, but these are beatings that TJ have taken, so many times before. I mean, TJ was just out here last week against Jackson Morgan, the monster. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Morgan, can advocate for any dangerous opponent he wants to, but will this opponent be as dangerous as Jax himself, or even stack up to Jax himself? And even if he could, would that even be able to stack up to somebody like TJ here?
I mean,
Look.
if you gave me TJ Powers wine, I would assume that it's only to be used for cooking, whether or not it's 30 years old or not. Not because it's not useful, but I feel like he definitely deserves the accolades that he has gotten over those 30 years. But I'm just saying that he's a mean guy. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying. You're saying that he's spoiled, and I'll make sure that TJ hears every word of that. But
I mean, he watches.
You're
he
out
watches
here.
this on our YouTube channel.
Yeah,
He
you
knows.
exactly. So you should know the kind of the kind of beating that's coming your way. The same way that he beats up Jackson Morgan, the same way he beats up Will Asher. Right here, look at this. He's just driving his face into that steel cage here. TJ is in control, pacing around the ring. Will barely able to find his feet here. Parts unknown could teach him plenty of things, but apparently not how to handle 30 years of WCWO beatings. However, Will's been able to push TJ to the corner, bounces him from side to side, post to post here. Will's just taking it all out on TJ. And now he's climbing out of the ring, but TJ is not going to let that happen. TJ is already making his feet. Will took a lot of damage earlier from TJ, maybe a little too much because he couldn't get up that cage fast enough, and then TJ caught him and he took a big spill, and so now he might not be able to do a whole lot more. But however,
TJ needs to be careful climbing out of that cage. He could break a hip.
TJ, the fastest climb out of the night, made Zay Gates look like a slug, honestly speaking. David Light,
still stalking him from the sidelines.
Mike Noble, what? TJ Powers crawls up and out, kicks Will Asher to the curb, says, I ain't gonna deal with you, I don't need to deal with Jack, I don't need to deal with anybody, I'm just gonna be done with that night. Man, myth, legend, he's dangerous words from TJ. He's fed up. He wants the monster Jax Morgan. He doesn't want the man Jax Morgan. He doesn't want the myth Jax Morgan. He doesn't want the fake Jax Morgan.
Alrighty, boys and girls. The party's not over just yet. We've still got one more match before our main event tonight. But the next match is also a title match, and the challenger outlasted 3 other men in a fatal 4-way to become the #1 contender for the Territorial Championship. Now he's ready to put on for all of you fans out there. So are you ready to see him? Yeah. Let me hear you. Alrighty. And again, this match can be won by pinfall or escape over the top of the cage, both feet hitting the ground. Introducing first, the challenger. From Pittsburgh, Indiana, Mark Magnus.
He got pyro. You got pyro.
The WCWO
He's got pyro.
champion,
All this hate for our champions. Fenix, Jordan. I bet at this rate, Zach Nova's going to come out here and get you suck chance. Mark said, go with the megaphone, with the megaphone. Joey goes out there, throws all those weapons in there. Wiley says, no, don't let this happen. However, Mark is out here practicing his fencing. My gosh. Neck, back, other things. Wiley tells him don't do it. Come on, Mark. Hey, better. Swing better.
Ow.
Come on, let's see it one more time. Home run. That was a single. Hey, better. Hey, better. Hey, better. Oh, and he's out of here. We'll call that a ball. Oh my gosh. Face, no, neck first. Oh my gosh.
That's a ladder, right? That's a ladder?
That's a chair.
It is a chair. Okay, it
It's
doesn't
just
have a
folded
back
out.
to it, Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. The back got taken out, man. Hey, yo, they got more weapons. They said, Fenix, we got stuff for you. They got weapons out there for Fenix. They threw it in there. They got the shovel. Mark Magnus is going to have his moment, though. I'm sorry, they might not have heard it. Go against the cage. Another part of the cage.
Oh, instead of doing his spins, he's hitting him against
Another
the
part of the cage. He's spinning him. He's hitting all four corners, or all four sides, rather. Let's go, Mark. Spin him all the way around, and a little 362.
Oh, no, buddy.
1, 2. Mark almost got that one here. Come on. Let's go, Magnus. Make it magnificent, Mark. Show us the movement, the momentum. Ball 2. And now Fenix using the biggest crutch of them all, T.S. Wiley. Aimed for Mark's back there. Now he's choking Mark out with the business end of that crutch. Fenix is just having, you know, honestly it's Christmas for him. I thought it was the 4th of July, but no, Fenix is opening his presents and playing with every single one. And by far his favorite present is Mark Magnus. Damn near worn him out on the first day.
Hey, Fenix, catch! Or not.
Wiley said catch or not.
Way to go, Anthony Richardson.
Hey, yo, Angel Hernandez called that one a strike. The count is 2-2. Mark Magnus has hit a foul. 2 balls and a strike. Oh, chain to Fenix's face. Mark for the cover. Pull it out. 1, 2, and another fumble from Mark. Can't make it happen. But the dream is not over yet. Those fireworks in the background of red, white, and blue bruised indicate that it could be another Mark Magnus moment. He's just got to make it happen against the champion Fenix. Fenix has been champion for long enough. Come on, Mark. This is your moment, I believe. He's got Fenix lined up, and Fenix has got the shovel. He's got victory in spades. And now he's going to get Mark's neck a second time. He's trying to paralyze Mark. A shovel guillotine, if you will. Mark's getting choked out here. He's grabbing at the fence, and Wiley is able to say whatever he wants to. Honestly, Fenix could choke him out right then and there. It's all completely legal. If Mark taps out, it'll all be over. But Mark was fighting out, so Fenix decides that it's time for ground pound and try to go for the pin. However, Mark had other plans. He kicks it out, gets that shoulder up. Mark is not going to give up so soon. Mark's fighting back here. One side of the ring, all the way to the other. Can he get it? Nope. Fenix is going to counteract it, and then he's going to go for the cover. 2 count. Mark gets that shoulder up a second time. Fenix tries to keep his mental together as Mark tries to get to his feet and make something happen. Fenix starts with that crutch again. As we know, whenever Fenix and his mental starts to drain, he always has to lean on that crutch. If it's not a literal crutch, it's obviously T.S. Wiley or it's some other form of cheating here. Wiley now relies on the crutch of the cage match, the ability to escape. However, Mark Magnus never been one to escape, not even when it was a full loss record, double digits in the loss, and it was a never-ending streak. Mark Magnus found his first singles win last week. Can he turn it into his first single titles victory, first cage match victory, first WCWO red, white, and bruised victory? Can Mark Magnus make it happen? Is it another Triple M Mark Magnus moment? Fenix, Russian leg sweep from the top. Fenix meets all the way with the ground. Mark has got to pull himself back up to his feet. Come on, Mark. This is what all that practice has been for, and he gets it up with electrifying momentum. That's the Mark Magnus way, but can he carry that momentum all the way to the top? That Russian leg sweep did a lot of damage to Mark, just as much as it did to Fenix, and Wiley's on the outside. So Mark has got to watch himself here if he really wants to keep this as a win. Come on, Mark. Get that. He fights against Wiley from the outside. It's not just fighting from the inside, but fighting from the outside. Mark has done both. And he steps back in the cage. He steps back in with Fenix another time. Fenix rolls him up. Mark to the ground, takes him, and now he's got the leg. Mark is going to try to tap Fenix out here. He's going to try to tap out the champ. Come on, Mark, you can do it. Mark, show it to us. Show us what Fenix looks like tapping out. Wiley's on the outside. He can't stop you. Come on. Fenix sends Mark into the side of the cage. Up and down. Mark's face lands on the mat. And a tragic 3 count takes away what could have been the biggest moment of Mark Magnus's career as the fireworks play indiscriminately in the background. There's no music. There is no happiness. There's only the indifferent booms and the somberness of a Fenix victory. The words, "and still," hover and linger over the crowd, and more importantly, linger over Mark Magnus as Wiley and Fenix walk out, holding what they had held from the start: power and the gold. Mark lays there in the cage. It was his decision that put him there. He had to go back for more against Fenix. And as many try to do, that is their undoing at the end of the day. Fenix always comes back. Fenix was reborn.
participate here. And I think we're just about done with the setup. All right, thumbs up from Ref Barron, y'all. And to win the match is escape over top of the cage only. Pinfalls, the victor must exit the cage. With that being said, the following contest is a triple threat match, and it is for the WCWO Gunslinger Championship. Let's bring out the contestants.
All right, Brian Clark. No, I decided to join commentary. I was running camera.
Well,
And after that wild match, I was like, you know what? I'm too old to be that close to this kind of action. So I'm backing up to go over here.
Honestly, you picked one of the best seats in the house.
Well, no, I was right up against it. I had a better view.
Yeah.
But it was too close of a view.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's too close. One of the best seats in the house is going to be all the way back here. Far away from this man, Kenneth James.
Well, see, I've known KJ for many, many years. Probably close to 20 years now.
Right.
I've been on his good side. I've been on his bad side. And that's crazy considering he's round and don't really have sides.
I have known KJ as long as I need to know that I am very, very fine not knowing him much more. I don't need to know KJ's inner thoughts. I don't need to know what he does.
But I'll let you in on this. KJ is KJ, but then there's main event KJ. When he knows he's in the main event, he goes into a different space. A lot of people would call it a Mamba mentality type thing, and it's very true. He gets into a psyche. He's different because he knows this show. It's about him now.
I believe it, but I think there's something I believe a little bit more.
Now, I didn't catch the rules of this match. Did you catch the rules of this match? I know it's...
Yeah, the rules of this match, the competitors have to be able to escape the ring in order to get out. That means that when the war's said and done, it's the man on top, it's the man standing.
But we got
men who can get out of all that.
Doors.
Exactly, we got 3 tables.
And we got Maleko.
Yeah, we have 3 tables set up on each corner for all 3 of our competitors here. And if I know Maleko, we got a table for KJ here. We got a table for the champion Zach Nova, and we got an extra table that Maleko is going to use to put them both through again. Because Maleko,
it's a possibility. I put nothing past Maleko. I've seen Maleko do some very amazing things in his very, very short time in pro wrestling. Period.
I mean,
he's made an impact the moment he stepped foot through those ropes.
I mean, War is.
And I just remembered I was supposed to be switching camera angles.
I mean, War is beautiful and cruel and terrible and ugly and everything.
He's always war ready for sure. You know, I went to an IHOP with him and he was war ready.
An IHOP?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine a Waffle House.
I mean, look, I know it's an international house of pancakes, but he was ready to go to World War over some pancakes. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I believe.
Which I don't blame him. A Rudy Tutti Fresh and Fruity is delicious.
Maleko takes everything serious. I mean, you gotta. What you put in your body. I'm sure that Maleko got. He's got a strict diet. Got to make sure that those waiters stay on it. A strict level of respect too. If you look at Maleko the wrong way, he might see that as a threat. And I mean, even just a little bit of threat, a little bit of a lack of trust in War. I mean, you can't let it happen.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely know that look.
Anybody.
Because I was about to eat the rest of my bacon, and then suddenly I wasn't eating the rest of my bacon.
Yeah. You lose all your appetite when getting stared down by a lion.
No, he took it. He took the whole plate. And as a third member of this match, we have the WCWO Gunslinger Champion, Zach Nova.
Now
huge crowd favorite here.
Now, I'll tell you what. You know about KJ, sure, but let me tell you, Zach Nova is someone I can identify with a little bit more. Someone who's a little bit more my speed, you know what I'm saying? He has got this excellent vibe about him. He's just a perfect blend of all of the past beautiful stuff that we've seen in all of these, expert wrestlers. But he takes everything he learns and turns it into something fresh and new and beautiful. It's just,
fresh and new. The guy's dressed like an 80s glam rocker.
Exactly. And he
you know
makes
how
it.
long ago the 80s were? I'm not going to remind you because that's when I was
Yeah,
born.
and he pulls it off. He takes everything about all of those old people and he makes it
Old
new
people?
and fresh.
Old people?
No, that's not what I meant. Hey, I mean, you were the one who said you knew KJ for, 20 years.
Don't make me old. Don't say us old people.
You said you knew when the 80s were?
Yes. Yes. 80s were awesome. We had Alf.
Introducing next, from Indianapolis, Indiana, War, Brodie,
Shut up, Fenix! You still suck!
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He is the WCWO Bronze Champion, East Supernova Sensation, Mack. Your referee for this match will be Baron Oswald.
I always thought one of the most useless jobs in the world was being a lifeguard at the Olympics for swimming.
Oh,
And then you see cage
Maleko
matches in pro wrestling
swings
that have referees.
Yeah, Maleko swings that weapon viciously. Every single member of this match had a weapon to start off with. And Maleko was obviously the first to swing it.
Yeah, that
And War-
shovel got stuck in the cage there.
In War, he who strikes first. And now KJ took a hold of Zach Nova and Maleko on Zach Nova too. Both men are targeting the champion here. I mean, is that a smart strategy when Zach Nova is arguably, the smallest competitor here?
No, but nobody's accused Zach Nova of being a smart person.
Oh, toss.
Oh, look. We're playing hot potato.
I think Maleko just lost because he dropped it.
He looked like a Furby getting thrown.
I wonder if Maleko is literally going to turn Zach Nova into a bomb. Maybe he can throw Zach at KJ, make him.
I'm pretty sure Maleko could throw Zach Nova into a black hole.
Look, if Zach just sticks out his elbow, he could get a little Nova bomb there.
The crazy thing is Maleko's completed more passes than Anthony Richardson did all of last season.
Oh! Zach Nova, proving that he is no ball, decides to drop KJ with a DDT. Oh, and Maleko take all of that momentum, sends him straight through a table. Zach is climbing the side of the side of the cage. He realized that this is the best chance.
I know exactly how that feels. I often get overexcited during Thanksgiving when the food's ready. So
listen, Zach Nova tried to slide up that cage, but
big back suplex off the top of the cage.
Yeah. KJ.
What do you want?
I can't. KJ was able to get Zach off, and now
You say you couldn't watch back here.
And now he's got Zach Nova once again, and it looks like he's about to go for the suplex. Zach Nova isn't about to have that. I think if KJ gets Zach in position, he might be able to send him right through that table.
And you can see, even from our mobile cam shot, how crowded that ring is with all these weapons. It's even hard to get good, clean shots right now from the cameras because there's a weapon everywhere. It's in the way, no matter what.
Yeah, Maleko's got that belt, it looks like, and just slamming away at Zach Nova. And just inches away.
Oh.
There's that shovel, and back and forth.
He's whipping them like they stole $20 from somebody's purse.
It's back and forth. It's Zach Nova, and then it's KJ, and then it's Zach again. Now he's choking out Zach here.
He's an equal opportunity ass whooper. I know what I said.
I
know what I said.
He's trying to take Zach completely out of this situation here. And now KJ's got a weapon on the side of Maleko here.
Oh, the fire department's on their way. All right. We saw Mark Magnus got
Don't start
pyro
the-
during his entrance.
I know. Someone called the authorities a little too early. It's a sanctioned cage match. And Maleko's on his way out as KJ is choking out Zach
they're
Nova.
showing up really late because Mike Noble's match was a long time ago.
Maleko said, "This isn't personal. I'm ready to get out." Zach is desperate to make sure
don't get paid by
Maleko.
the hour?
Zach gets up there. He's desperate to make sure Maleko can't take away his title. And now Zach Nova in the perfect position to get out, but instead, a drop kick to Maleko.
Missile drop kick from the top rope.
Was that smart for Zach?
Yeah. Is Maleko laying on the ground?
I mean, yeah, but Zach Nova could have been on the ground on the outside here. He could have tried to escape.
No, because Maleko was still standing there.
I mean,
look, it's not smart to escape the cage when your opponents are still on their feet. I don't care how fast you are.
Right, but
you can your
both competitors.
Your gear can get.
Oh, and KJ on a table now. I was about to say both
your
competitors
gear can get snagged on the top of this cage. Like, look, it is a cage. There's
now
nothing
Zach
fancy
Nova
about
has
it.
now no one's standing. Zach Nova is completely free. However, Maleko finds his feet once again and gets Zach Nova down. Zach Nova's had 2 opportunities here and is the only man to not go through a table yet. He has got to make the best of this exchange, and then it gets sent crashing down. And that big power bomb from Maleko evens the playing field, and now he is on his way up. Zach Nova took that big power bomb, and KJ took a whole table. And so Maleko is going to go almost uncontested. However, Zach has got just the foot of Maleko. That's all he's got.
And look,
and a shovel.
And that was Maleko trying to escape the cage, and both of his opponents were on the mat.
Yeah.
And they still got to him.
I guess it's like you said earlier, there's just weapons everywhere. You can't escape the cage when someone can take a shovel to you in 2 seconds. These weapons are a lot more dangerous than I thought they'd be, and pieces of table are literally everywhere. Crowd saying, get the chair.
And now KJ on top.
Yeah, KJ.
He's been laying down. He's been taking a whooping a little bit.
He's ripping apart Zach Nova now, ready to send him into the table, but Zach doesn't go through it. He's the only person who's not a big body who can't go through it with his momentum alone. KJ's gonna have to force him through. Oh my!
That was my fault.
Big fight for momentum here as Maleko, KJ, and Zach all fight to see who's going to go through that last table. Maleko is lining up KJ here with a suplex. And Maleko gets fought away by KJ. Now KJ focuses on Zach Nova again. It is all personal for KJ. Why do you think KJ keeps going for Zach Nova? Every time he gets up, he keeps going for Zach, not Maleko.
Because it's easier to beat up Zach than it is Maleko. He'll let Zach go after Maleko.
Oh! Zach through the table. Now every single competitor has been through a table. Maleko saw that Zach Nova did not have enough body weight to get through the table just by being thrown. So he decides to just carry Zach all the way through the table and pound him through. Maleko has basically taken 1.5 tables by himself.
And he's still standing.
Exactly, and fighting back at that, winning at that.
Although, how do you take half a table?
I mean, he picked up Zach Nova and he took him through that table while carrying it. That's basically half the table. He took half that table and his own full table that he ran through.
He definitely put all of Zach Nova through that table.
Oh,
Zach Nova felt all of that.
Right, but Maleko had to have felt
now
something.
He's using the remnants of the tables.
Yeah, and literally.
If we had a sink, he would probably use that at this point.
There are literally scraps of table everywhere.
Oh, and now the steel chair that was left in from the last match?
Maleko is trying to leave more scraps of Zach Nova on the ring than scraps of table. Oh! He's just taking apart KJ too with that chair. It's brutal tonight at the WCWO. 3 men going to war, but only one can come out on top. And remember, it is escape only. Do you think there's any shot for Zach Nova?
No, not at all.
Or even KJ at this point? Do you think there's any shot?
Yeah. Look, Maleko's been very dominant, but also KJ, he's the veteran here. He knows how to bide his time, how to save his energy, how to recover as quickly as he needs to get the win.
Zach Nova obviously doesn't, as he is still taking the fight to Maleko here. These shots at the corner, he just keeps getting up. Maybe he'll get up and over as he tries to get up and out of the ring.
And see, again.
But yeah, obviously Maleko's still standing.
Oh
my God, Hurricane Rana, and to the table scraps. Now that's half a table.
Look.
That's half a table.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's definitely pieces of that table sticking out. He could have just gotten stabbed by some of the shards.
Right.
He's definitely feeling that.
But exactly. He's feeling that. That time Zach didn't take it.
Right,
Now
he didn't take it.
Malenko's officially taken one half of the table.
But now we see Zach. He's trying to climb out.
And KJ.
But KJ up on his feet.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
working his way up.
Yeah.
And again, KJ's not in a hurry. He sees Zach struggling.
Or
he's watching Zach use up all his energy just to get to the top of the cage, not even over the cage.
Or KJ's more hurt than we think he is, right? Maybe
No.
Zach Nova is escaping and KJ can't do anything about it because Malenko is the first to his feet to deal with the issue.
And again, that's just KJ saving his own energy.
Right.
Let these guys do all the hard work, and then you capitalize.
And he lines himself up here. What is KJ? How is he going to handle this situation here? He sees
Easily.
Maleko. He sees
He's
Zach.
just gonna come grab him.
And now all three bodies. Yo, KJ pulls them down for that big suplex.
And see, all he did was climb up there and pull. Smart move.
Yeah, exactly. Malenko
Didn't waste any energy.
And Malenko, who normally wouldn't have taken as much damage from a suplex where he's in control, obviously fell without his own control. So he probably
And
took
with
some
the
damage
and
too.
with the weight of
of KJ, exactly.
all 15 pounds of Zach Nova.
Yeah. The loose change of Zach Nova.
I've watched Andre Stray consume burritos bigger than Zach Nova.
And yet he still found a way to get up and over the ring tonight.
Yeah, they were victorious.
Yeah, it's been a big. Honestly, tonight has been the night for the big bodies because not only did Tim Jackson and Andre Stray win, but also Brodie Bodkins won tonight as well against Mike Noble. So Zach Nova might
that was
honestly
Mike Noble. That wasn't surprising.
Yeah, but I mean Zach Nova could be, could arguably be on the level of Mike Noble. They've had plenty of matches. Go back and forth.
Mike Noble is the Rodney Dangerfield of pro wrestling. He's not going to get respect.
Right. So maybe Zach Nova is in a little bit more of a disadvantage than we think he's in right now. Especially as we can see, he's still fighting two big bodies, and both bodies are coming after him. It's been uphill battle after uphill battle for the champ. I mean, maybe even in a one-on-one, Zach Nova might have had a shot. But at this point,
smashed both of them against that cage. Their faces against that cage with all the weight of Maleko running with as much force as he could have put behind those legs.
Maleko's climbing up now. And both competitors are still on the ground. And KJ is making his way up, and he's doing it slowly like he was
I
earlier.
can tell you, KJ ain't got the energy.
You said earlier he had the energy.
Yeah, he used it. Look how far Maleko is out of the cage.
Yeah, now
he's
KJ,
got to hold him
exactly.
by his hair and hope.
Oh,
hold on.
Zach Nova climbs up and over Maleko, and it looks like I stood up.
Zach Nova dove off the cage to the outside.
I can't believe it. I didn't see Maleko. He could have just let go, but he didn't.
No, he couldn't because he would have been bald. KJ had all of his hair in his hand, and then Zach Nova was smart enough to climb up on both and then just leap from the cage to the outside for the victory.
I mean,